Hi, this is Indranil and you are watching Business Bites in our channel The Spotlight, India's first online business news channel. In today's Business Bites, first news we have Japanese Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corp to buy a significant stake in Yes Bank. Second news we have new SATCOM rules to mandate local data storage and to use Made in India gears. Third news we have Gautam Adani's team met Trump administration officials to close US bribery case. Fourth news we have Delhi-based Evera started onboarding Blue Smart EVs to boost their airport operations. And fifth news we have Zomato consolidating 15-minute food delivery experiment Zomato Quick. In first news, Japanese Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corp to buy a significant stake in Yes Bank. Presently, SBI is holding 24% stake in the Yes Bank and was looking to sell their stake after RBI's intervention in 2000, where domestic banks and financial institutions like HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, Axis Bank and LIC put together own 11.34% stake of Yes Bank, while private equity funds Advent International holds 9.2% and Carlyle having 6.84% stake. In this present discussion and proceedings, apart from SBI, which other financial institutions will sell their stake is still not clear, where SMBC is expected to trigger an open offer for an additional 26% stake, which will help them in making 51% stake and to be the single largest shareholder. Last year, several Japanese and West Asian banks have discussed for a potential acquisition when RBI had hinted at relaxing the ownership guidelines for Yes Bank, which will allow the purchase of a controlling stake of 51% and above by a single buyer, which has to be lowered over 5 years to 26%. Apart from this relaxation, RBI has also been willing to consider the wholly owned subsidiary route to give Yes Bank's suitors a controlling economic interest when finally SMBC and SBI are fine-tuning their deal structure. In second news, new SATCOM rules to mandate local data storage and to use Made in India gears. The Telecom Department of India has tightened the security norms for the SATCOM permits in India for the foreign companies who are planning to enter India to offer SATCOM services by mandating additional conditions which include blocking of websites, collection of metadata, having a local data center, ensuring provisioning for MAVIC-based positioning system and committing to localizing manufacturing in a phased manner. The revised security conditions have factored in newer technologies like inter-satellite communications links and SATCOM companies offering mobility facilities in addition to fixed services. When the updated conditions will be applied to the existing GMPCS, that is Global Mobile Personal Communications by Satellite Services license holders, which include Eutelsat OneWeb and GeoSES combined, as well as Elon Musk-owned Starlink and Amazon Kuiper, who are in the process and keen to enter India. Along with the additional conditions, a permit holders must ensure a 50-kilometer spatial monitoring zone within the international border, and with these, now there are 29 to 30 specific security conditions with which all the companies who are offering SATCOM services in India may comply with. With the advancement in technology, one satellite can communicate with another directly in space, and in that case, the Indian gateway should not be bypassed in any situation. And similarly, user terminals who are having mobility facilities would need to report locations in every 2.6 km moved or 1 minute duration, whichever is less. And for the mobile users' terminals, the network should have the ability to stop service when the terminal moves from an authorized area to a barred area. In third news, Gautam Adani's team met Trump administration officials to close US bribery case. According to a recent report, representatives for Mr. Gautam Adani and his companies met with Trump administration officials in the US for dismissing the criminal charges levied against Mr. Gautam Adani in an overseas bribery probe. In that particular case, the Joe Biden administration unveiled the indictment against Mr. Gautam Adani and his nephew Mr. Sagar Adani, as well as a parallel civil lawsuit from the Securities and Exchange Commission when Mr. Gautam Adani promised to pay 250 million US dollar in bribes to regional officials in India to lock in solar power contracts. The talk between his representatives and the US administrations began earlier this year, which has intensified in recent weeks and could lead to a resolution in the coming months or so. In recent talks, Mark Phillip of the law firm Kirkland and Ellis has served as a lead voice on his behalf when they also tapped BGR Group, which is government relation firm known for their inroads to the US president's administrations. In fourth news, Delhi-based Evera started onboarding BlueSmart EVs to boost their airport operations. Delhi-based all-electric taxi service company Evera has started onboarding electric vehicles leased to it by the lenders of BlueSmart, which includes non-banking finance companies and banks after the suspension of operations of the ride-hailing platform last month. This move is aimed at strengthening Evera's airport fleet in the business-to-consumer segment across terminals in Delhi, where the fleet has largely operated in the business-to-business segment until now with around 450 taxis. The company has so far onboarded 220 vehicles and plans to add the rest in the coming days, when they plan to eventually add a total of 1,000 BlueSmart taxis to its fleet. The development comes after the Securities and Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI, which barred BlueSmart co-founders Anmol Singh Jaggi and Puneet Singh Jaggi from accessing the securities markets and also for holding board positions over allegations of fund manipulation and document forgery in their solar engineering, procurement and construction firm Gensel Engineering, which is closely linked to BlueSmart. And in fifth news, Zomato consolidating their 15-minute food delivery experiment, Zomato Quick. Zomato's parent company, Eternal, is consolidating their 15-minute food delivery experiment under quick commerce platform Blinkit's Bistro vertical, Zomato Quick, which was their second attempt at rapid food delivery when Bistro, which operates via in-house kitchens, is being expanded across Delhi NCR, Bengaluru and Mumbai. Currently, under Bistro, which runs more than 100 kitchens, Eternal has tighter control over food preparation timelines, which is a problem it couldn't solve through restaurant partnerships, while their rival Swiggy is scaling their 10-minute food delivery service Bolt, which relies on selected restaurant partners offering limited menus and has now expanded it to 500 cities, which was 400 in December last year. And the service now accounts for over 10% of Swiggy's food delivery volumes, where Zomato Quick had reached a similar share before being shut down. With this present scenario, according to Eternal, there is a major challenge in fleet management compared to the kitchen readiness, when they found the current restaurant density and infrastructure are not designed for 10 minutes food delivery, which led to inconsistent customer experience. So these were the top 5 business newses from Business Bytes in our channel, The Spotlight, India's first online business news channel. I would like to request you to please subscribe this channel so that you can have all the updates from our end. Thank you very much for watching Business Bytes and signing it off.